One of my favorite things to do when I'm stressed out or tired or maybe my heart is sad is just to make bread. And one of my favorite, most simple breads to make is a yogurt bread. And I don't measure. I don't like measuring because bread is finicky, and if you measure it, it doesn't always work out anyway. So I just dump a bunch of yogurt in, and then I add some salt. So I've got Himalayan salt here, and I am 100% certain it does not make a difference what kind of salt you use. Apparently there's more minerals in Himalayan salt than in table salt, but it will taste just the same no matter what salt you use. So there's some yogurt and then a bunch of salt. If I was guessing, I would say 1.5, maybe 2 cups of yogurt and 2 teaspoons of salt. Could be wrong, but it doesn't matter because you adjust it with the flour anyway, so it's all good. This yogurt isn't a very thick yogurt. If it was Greek yogurt, I would add water before adding my flour and baking powder. But it's a nice thin kind of runny yogurt. I guess you can't really see that texture from the angle, but anyway, a very good plain yogurt, 6% milk fat. Yeah, so I just mix up the yogurt and salt, and then I'm going to start adding some flour. Anyway, the real point of this video isn't to show you like a recipe for how to make bread, but just if you too like the catharsis of watching kneading. I just thought maybe somebody remembered their grandmother kneading and just wants to watch somebody knead bread, because I love kneading bread and I love watching bread being kneaded. There's something about the repetition and the strength and the, I don't know, maybe just the positive associations that makes me really happy. So it's kind of more a video of kneading. And I'm sorry, I talk a lot. Feel free to just turn off the sound and watch the kneading if that helps. I often make up dumb songs and sing to my kids when I'm cooking, so if that happens, I'm sorry in advance. You get what you get. And that is just how it's going to be. So far I've put in 2 cups of flour and maybe 3 teaspoons of baking powder. And you can see that the dough is starting to get a little bit dry. So it's starting to, I don't know what the word is, but come together. It's starting to come together, and it's a bit dryish. I'm definitely going to need more flour, but I think I'm ready to dump it out onto my kneading board before I go any further. So I've got this kneading board here, and I'm going to sprinkle down maybe half a cup of flour, and then I'm going to scrape out my dough. And see how it mostly all came out really clean. There wasn't a lot left. It wasn't runny. It's pretty cohesive. Oh, it's quite thick. Maybe my yogurt wasn't as runny as I thought. Anyway, we'll see how this goes. If we need to add some water, we can. But this is it. This is the kneading part. This is the part that I kind of thought you might enjoy watching. So I'm going to sprinkle some on top, some flour on top. And then here we are. This dough, I like to turn it into lots of things. It's really delicious, just like rolled flat and then fried in a frying pan like bannock. It's delicious, pressed into a pizza pan and then used as a pizza crust. It's fabulous used as pizza pocket dough. It retains this. It's got, because of the yogurt, it's got this softness and chewiness to it that feels like a yeast dough, but it's just like an instant dough. It's as fast as a soda bread, maybe even faster. It's so fast. Oh, look at this. Look how fast it's coming together. Just this super quick yogurt dough. You press it down and it springs back real quick. I'm going to keep kneading it because that's the part I love. How was your day? What do you need to work out in your kneading? Everything going okay with the people that you are around all day? Sometimes that's heavy too, when the people that you love are struggling. You just kind of carry that, or at least I do. I carry it kind of all in my back and my neck. Is like almost as if I'm literally carrying it, which is funny, and maybe the metaphor of carrying is particularly apt because we do carry the tension just like we would carry something heavy, like a backpack full of rocks, I guess. I just keep sweeping the loose flour into the center so that I can just feel there's little sticky spots sometimes, and the loose flour will stick to that and work in and make the dough soft but not too hard or dry. It's such a pleasant texture. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's like, it's dense and it's soft. I'm going to try and push it in and see if you can see that. It's bringing back up, not perfectly, but yeah, pretty cool, hey? And we're almost done. I think I'm just going to cover it and let it sit overnight. And in the morning, I will cut it in 4, maybe. With a piece this big, cut it in 4 and roll each segment flat. And then fry it on the frying pan. And some of my kids like it topped with a little bit of butter and shredded cheese. One of my sons prefers it with Nutella, and another son likes it with butter and a little sugar sprinkled on top. They call it breakfast pizza, and it's got lots of protein in it from the yogurt. And yeah, it's a nice, warm, like soft bread. It's the kind of frying pan bread that, like, I always imagine when I picture like a shepherd on a hill watching the goats, and then I imagine the shepherd cracks open his, I guess not cracks open, but unties his kerchief with his cheese and bread. This is the kind of bread I envision. So I don't know why, but that's what it is. And I think I'm about done. A few more bumps that could be smoother. So there, if you've ever been intimidated at the thought of making a soft dough, this dough is the easiest dough you'll ever make. And it's soft and quick and tastes delicious. All right, have a good night. Bye.